Welcome to Tarot with Grace. For over 23 years, it has given me great joy to assist clients in accessing the guidance they seek through my intuitive readings and channeling skills, assisting them in navigating life's challenges, connecting with their own inner wisdom, or tuning in with loved ones now living on the other side. May you encounter joy and insight as we explore the amazing intuitive world together. Let's do this. Hello, everyone, and thank you for stopping by today and tuning in to our premiere episode of Spirit Messages, our new video podcast that will be posting here on YouTube. So before we get started, I just wanted to take care of a little bit of housekeeping here for YouTube purposes. And that is to say that anything that is in this episode or on all of the channel is for entertainment purposes only. That I just want to let you know, the information that I receive is from my guides and my spirit team. So again, it's just for entertainment purposes only. So now that I have that out of the way, I am Linda. I'm with Tarot with Grace, and I'm an intuitive. For over the past 23 years, it has given me great joy to work with clients in private readings or special events, using my intuitive and multisensory reading skills, utilizing tarot or channeling, sometimes a little bit of mediumship. So just a little bit about my background, where I come from. I came out of I had a long, successful career in the corporate world. I was in the manufacturing sector of the industry. I did some marketing, public relations, product development, and some sales work. If you hear a chime, that is my clock. It'll play a little song and then it'll be done. I also worked a bit in the editorial world on some industry publications. So I did a little bit of that. So, and for the entire time that I did that, I loved it very much until I didn't. You know, one day, not one day, but at some point there came a time when it just didn't make my heart sing anymore. And so I knew that my soul was calling me in a different direction, though at the time I didn't have a clue what that meant. But I knew it was time. And so it took me a while. It took me about 2 years before I could leave, for a lot of practical reasons. One of them being that I had been in the industry for a very long time and was well established and well known in the industry, and also it had afforded me a lovely lifestyle with a lovely income. So those were very difficult, practical things to walk away from. But, at one point it just wasn't about the money anymore. I could have done this work and walk through retirement, but, it's not how I wanted to spend my life. So at one point I decided that what I wanted to do next was to take the aspects of my career that I loved the most and to use those skills, take those with me, and work with nonprofit organizations, organizations that were working to make the world a better place. And So I did, and I started my own business and worked with clients, with nonprofit clients, doing marketing and public relations and some development work for them. And I did that. I moved out of corporate in 2001. And at the same time, and then I went into the nonprofit sector. And at the same time, I took my intuitive work and started doing that professionally. Prior to that, I had been doing some intuitive work, but on a small basis. And also I had spent several years mentoring with someone who is a well-respected intuitive in the industry, and learned a great deal. But in 2001, I decided to do this on a professional level. So I since then, I now have an established private clientele reading practice, and I also do some corporate events and some special events here in the Chicago metro area, which is where I reside. And I have been doing this work, as I said, for a little over 23 years. It gives me a great deal of joy, and I'm very excited to share some of that work with you via this program, Spirit Messages. So, a little bit about about what you can expect in the podcast. First of all, Spirit Messages will be posted once a week on Tuesdays on YouTube. And it'll have a two-part format to it. The first part will consist of me sharing some guided information from Spirit, my Spirit team. People have various names for that. Some people refer to their higher guidance as the universe or source or God, spirit. So I tend to refer to them as spirit or my spirit team. However, there are times, usually when my spirit team gives me information, it's usually as a collective, as a team. But there are times when someone will step forward solo, and I'll get that information and they make that clear to me. And then sometimes I will hear from loved ones on the other side, and when they come through, they are very clear. They want me to know who they are, so they're very clear about letting me know that. So I will share some guided information from Spirit or my Spirit team, and it will generally be on a spiritual topic, depending upon what I get that week, what they're leading me to share. It could be topics like joy, or there's so much on joy, on self-love, on intuition, gratitude. It'll just depend upon what comes up that week. And then the second part of the episodes will consist of answering your questions that you would like for me to read on during a future episode. And the way that you leave those questions is this. The way it works is this. You would go to tarotwithgrace.com, our website, and look for the Spirit Message tab. Click on that, and then you'll get some information about the program and also how to leave your voice message. Basically, when you scroll down the page, you'll see a button that says record your message. I think it'll also ask you for your name and your email. But then you can leave up to like I think it's set for like a 3-minute recording. If you could, on the recording, leave me your name. It doesn't have to be your full name. And then also where you're from, like Chicago, New York, Florida, wherever. It just helps me to be able to get a better handle, a better lock on the reading, get a better read for it. So if you can do that, that'll be good. I just have some notes here because I want to make sure I don't leave anything out. Also, just know that only questions that are submitted online via the voice app will be considered on episodes, on any of the episodes. So don't leave your questions in the comments and all, because I'm just going to be selecting from what I received there. And then once you've submitted your question, you will receive a free gift from me, and that is a tarot card meaning cheat sheet. We will send you that in an email, and it'll have the link where you can download the cheat sheet and, have fun with that. Just, play with that. So, I'm so excited to have started this podcast, and also, to have started the channel. Although it took a while for me to get here for a lot of reasons. One is that it's a bit daunting when you're not a techie, and I am not. And also, putting yourself out there in such a public forum can be a bit scary. And so, it takes a bit of mustering up courage to overcome some of that fear, and, to embrace your vulnerability. But actually, I had been led to start this channel, I think a little over a year ago, maybe about a year and a half. And so I did procure the channel. I did some of the basic mechanics of that, but I really didn't do anything with it. But Spirit doesn't give up. And so, I kept getting guided to do this, if not hounded to do this. And then when I started getting this information from unlikely places, like one day I had one of my clients, my business clients, my marketing nonprofit clients, approach me, who knows that I have, that I do intuitive work and that I have an interest in that. And this person does not have an interest in that. But one day they came up to me and said, Linda, I've been meaning to tell you, I think you should start a YouTube channel and share some of this information, that you talk about. So I was a little surprised at that. And then, I started also hearing similar kinds of things from strangers who maybe had just found me and were just, found my information and would say that kind of thing to me. You should start a YouTube channel. So, there's a saying that I'm fond of that's kind of funny. And it goes, when 3 people say you're dead, lay down. So, when that stuff started happening, I thought, okay, I get it. It's time to look at this a little more seriously and to, start doing something with this. So I did, and here I am. And I'm very excited to do this. And, and I hope that you'll enjoy exploring some of these topics with me. And also I hope you'll enjoy taking part in the opportunity to, submit your questions and, get a reading for your questions. I love this work. I love to do readings. It brings me a great deal of joy. So I look forward to hearing from you. So let's talk today. What I'd like to share in our premiere episode here is I'd like to talk a bit about the the energy of joy. Um, over the years, I have received numerous downloads on joy and the energy of joy. Um, I know that for my life, um, I feel like joy is my superpower, and as it probably is, you know, for most of us, it plays a major role, important role in our lives in so many areas. You know, like manifestation, or just connecting um, with our guidance when we're looking to um, get some higher guidance, just to be able to get that information clearly, and also in connecting with loved ones on the other side. So one of the things that I also in terms of that is, um, right now we're living in such challenging times, um, that it's really important to uh, be able to be in a place where we can raise our vibration, so that um, we're better able to not navigate what's taking place and what's happening. One thing I want to say clearly is that the universe is always, always, always communicating with us, always sending us guidance, always sending us information, always trying to reach us. I know that there are times when we don't feel like, I feel nothing, like in chorus line, but that would be us and not them, because they're always trying to reach us. But that guidance, spirit, and our spirit team, our guides, reside in a much higher frequency than we do. We're here on this plane, on this very 3D material world. It's a lot denser, it's a lot heavier, and so and so many things can interfere with that. I mean, like, we live such busy lives that we're not always paying attention to, we may not always be getting what spirit is putting down. So we get busy, or we may be in periods of grief, stages of grief, or despair, or sadness, or anger, um, all very legitimate things, but those are very heavy, denser energies that put us even further from the connection that we seek to get the information from. So while spirit is always, the universe is always communicating, we may not always be in the best place to hear it, to feel it, to know it, to see it. So it's important to be able to raise our frequency in order to be in a better place to get that information. And one of the best ways to do that, or one of the, well, first of all, there are lots of ways to do that. I mean, to raise your frequency: meditation, prayer, stillness, um, being present, going within and being present, always being present. But also, through the energy of joy. Joy is a very, very, very high vibration. And so I'm going to share with you a little exercise practice that you can try and play with. I shared this the other day in another video that I did on learning tips for learning the tarot card meanings. And in that video, there was a part where I was talking about, doing short readings, like 3-card readings, and being able to do that by getting them, especially if you're just starting out to learning the meanings. You can look up the meanings, and like in a 3-card reading, you've got the positions, and now you've got the definitions, and you can get some information. You can glean some information from that. And then there's reading tarot intuitively, which has my heart. But and I shared this exercise so that you could raise your vibration with the energy of joy, and then having done that, come back and then do your reading, because now you not just only have the definitions, but now you've got spirit working with you and getting that information as well. So I will share that same practice because, oh my God, it works in for so many areas. So the way that it goes is like this. I would start with, and this can be for, like, if say you have a decision that you want to make and you're not clear and you'd like a little guidance, or you're just seeking guidance on anything from spirit, or you're wanting to connect with loved ones on the other side. Before you do any of that, I would try this practice. Ask yourself, in this moment, what is it that would what is it that brings me joy? Think about something that brings you joy. What lights you up? Think about that. And some people might off the bat say, well, my children. I love my children. My children bring me such joy. And true. Children are a lot of joy, and you love them, and they make you happy. They bring you a lot of joy. And then there are days when not so much. So picking a person, because we're humans, and there's all kinds of variables. Picking a person for this exercise is not the best. You want something that is constant, no matter what, in any situation. So let me give you an example. Something that brings me great joy is, the weekend, going to the farmer's market, coming back with a couple of bundles of flowers. I'll come back, lay them out on my kitchen counter, and then put on some lovely music that makes my heart sing. Sometimes it's jazz, sometimes it's classical, sometimes it's 60s or 70s music that I can sing and dance to. Sometimes it's musicals. Whatever I'm in the mood for that day. And then I'll spend like a couple of hours trimming them, cutting them, arranging them beautifully in a multitude of vases. Each vase, just this lovely little work of art. And then I will scatter them throughout my home. And, even during the week, I'll look at them and I'll just feel how much joy it gave me to put that together, and how beautiful that they are. So this, no matter what, oh my God, makes my heart sing. It's like meditation for me. I get lost. I could spend hours, and usually I spend close to 2 hours doing this kind of thing. So something like that when you think about it, just lights you up. Now, if you're someone that doesn't know what brings you joy, first of all, you're not alone. A lot of people don't have a clue as to what brings them joy. And so if you're one of those people, then that's your first assignment, is finding what brings you joy. And I would, over the next few days, spend some time during your day just thinking about, going through your day and thinking about, what brings me joy? Does this bring me joy? Does that bring me joy? Or you might in that process, recall something that just whenever you think about it, oh my goodness, it just brings you joy. So once you've done that, once you've spent some time exploring what brings you joy, then I would, before you're going to go and try and get some guidance on something, I would spend some time thinking about that thing that brings you joy, and get immersed in that energy. Think about it, feel it, be with it, be very immersed with it. And I would spend at least about 10 minutes doing that. Just really get into, being in that energy, feeling that energy. And more than 10 minutes if you can, but at least 10 minutes to just really be immersed in it. And then, after that, then I would go and, like, if it's about making a decision, then go and take a look at that decision again, or then go and try and get that guidance again, or connect with that loved one, or whatever it is. Raise your vibration first. And as I said, joy is a very high vibration. So, take a look at that, try it, play with it, have fun with it, journal with it, see what comes up, see the difference of when you use it, when you don't, just keep track of what happens, what it feels like, because also the more that you do it, the better you'll get at it. So, just a little something. It's something that is quick and easy and, and fun to do. So, any rate, I want to thank you so very much for being a part of our premiere episode of Spirit Messages. And I so look forward to sharing this journey with you. Don't forget to leave your questions if you are wanting a reading on them, on our voice app at tarotwithgrace.com, and then look for the Spirit Messages tab. And then also, as a thank you, you'll receive our tarot card meaning cheat sheet, which is a lot of fun. If you enjoyed this content, please like it, and subscribe to our channel. And if you are wanting to be notified of new content when it appears, just click the notification bell, and YouTube will let you know when there's new content for you. So thanks again, and have a lovely, lovely day.